welcome to a brand new day of a day in the life of a 7-figure agency owner. This is episode, I don't know how many we've done at this point, but you know the drill. It's around 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Just woke up, had a cold shower, dressed up in a decently manner. I've talked about the importance, at least for me, to dress up in a way where you feel comfortable, but it's also not too comfortable, because at the end of the day, I do see a correlation between getting your best work done and the way you show up. And that also comes down to the clothes that you wear, the way you present yourself, and all that good stuff. But having said that, this is gonna be a bit of a different one. We have a new team member in the HQ, so you guys are gonna meet him, which is gonna be pretty exciting. I'm also gonna walk you through my new concoction routine. So what I drink in the morning, what I have in the morning to be at peak performance, and also a bunch of really cool stuff that I'm currently working on. So very, very excited for this. And without further ado, let's go right into the vlog. All right, so my daily early morning concoction. This is what I have before I even have anything to eat. So I fast until around 9:30, 10. And this is what I have. So let me explain to you what I'm having. Maybe you've seen this in previous episodes, but it's changed a little bit. So we've got green tea. This added a bit of lemon to it. Okay. Then we add a bit of propolis. I think that's a word in English. I'm not too sure. This is it comes from the bees. Very good stuff. And then we add a bit of turmeric with vitamin C. I just add 3 droplets of this. Boom, boom. Okay. So this I'm gonna drink for, during the team meeting, I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna drink this for the first 30 minutes. And then what I'm gonna do, the first thing I'm gonna do, some people have a espresso, some people have whatever, right? We at the HQ have a shot of apple cider vinegar. That's nice. Cold apple cider vinegar, there's just something to it, right, Tony?
Really is.
I'll take this and I'll take a bit of propolis. And that, my friends, is pretty much all I need to get right into my day. My nootropic and your focus, my green tea for our team meeting, and a shot of apple cider vinegar. And I am good. I'm woken up and I'm ready for the day. So let's get it. So the clock strikes 7 a.m. and we've got our team meeting. Far right, we've got Tony, the product manager at the education company. We've got my brother, Carlos, CTO. If you've watched some of the previous episodes, you know who he is and what he does. CTO at ecom.io, our agency, our ecom incubator. So, Tony, what are you doing today? What are you working on?
Today, some calls. Some admin work, education company SOPs, and podcast planning.
Oh yeah, we're gonna record some juicy episodes for the podcast coming up. And Carlos, what are you working on?
I will be working on the landing page for the new commerce product that Jaime is launching, and then I'll be doing some client work on emails.
And a few Klaviyo flows and all that. Yeah. Right. So that is that for what these two guys are doing. I've got a very busy, at least morning, of back-to-back calls, a lot of client calls, a lot of check-in calls with my team, and a lot of sales calls for my agency and a few brand deals here and there. So yeah, this is what we do every single morning. We meet up, we see what the priorities are, and we make sure that everyone is on the same page.
1, 2, 3, eco!
What the hell is even that?
Carlos getting to working at it. So, when did you wake up today?
A little earlier than usual, around 5:30.
What Carlos did say was that he was working on some landing pages and Klaviyo flows. What he didn't say is that he's off to Marbella in just 30 minutes. So yeah, are you excited for that?
I'm quite excited, yes. It's gonna be a little road trip as well, so I'm gonna catch up with my sleep while we do that. And then once I get there, enjoy the time with family as well.
Good stuff, and obviously you get a bit of work done, right? But yeah, that's what he's gonna do. I think he's off in about 30 minutes. So he woke up to get a bit of work done. I feel like he also stayed up yesterday night, right?
Yes, it's actually been really hard 2 days.
Yeah,
It's been a busy 2 days to catch up and do everything ready to enjoy the occasion.
Come hell high water, you gotta get it done, and he does just that. So yeah, that is that for Carlos. We'll miss you at the HQ, and let's get to work. Tony, I'm curious, how are you finding working at the HQ?
The adjectives to look for. Intense is probably the best one, but fulfilling at the same time. You get a bit of both.
What do you think you've learned so far by working? Because there's something about working, in close proximity, and that's why, actually Tony flew in from London to spend like a month here. So what do you think what do you think you've learned from that?
Honestly, firstly the value of the morning meetings I think is really good to get everyone aligned and kind of know what you're doing. The close feedback has been key, right? Because we're working together on quite a few things, so like managing to get feedback on what I'm doing and to be able to implement right away and to discuss some ideas. I'd say those two are definitely the biggest things. I mean, not to mention the conversations, the good vibes, the food. But overall, it's been a very rewarding experience, that's for sure. A lot of hard work, a lot of early mornings and nights that are too late for the early mornings, but great experience.
Yeah,
overall.
I think the immediate feedback is key, and that's why we made a lot of progress. So, guys, at the beginning, you don't have to work with people in close proximity. You may have a media buyer who's literally on the other side of the globe. But as you scale, I do believe, as you scale to the 50K month mark, 100K per month mark, I do believe there's a lot of value in getting people, smart people in the same room and, seeing what ideas can brew from that. Okay. One traffic source is your organic content. You already have that unlocked, right? So we make sure that all the traffic, all the stuff you're driving is to the right landing page, to the right masterclass, like the stuff that we just put together, right? All right, so that is a wrap on this first call of the morning. What I want to do with these vlogs, and if you've seen some of the previous episodes, I don't just want to run you through my day because yes, you can take a bit of value from the way I structure things with my agency, but if I can share some of the lessons that I'm learning as I take these calls and some things that you guys can take away from it, then I think even better. So the call with this prospect. Let me tell you a bit about the way it went and kind of my history with this prospect. So I spoke with this guy. The guy has 2 million plus followers on TikTok, Instagram and all that stuff, right? So I spoke with this guy in February of this year, right? We just got along really, really well, but their business wasn't really at the optimal point where my agency could really come in and do some damage and really take things to the moon, right? And so I told them, hey, set this thing up, right? Set a few things up, and in a few months we'll talk. And so that's what they did. They went ahead and applied some of the stuff that I talked about with him on that initial call. He implemented all that stuff, he set things up, and now the fruit is ripe, and my team and I are able to really take things to a whole new level. And so the reason why I say that is because of two main things, right? Number one is to not be afraid of giving out a lot of value on those initial calls, right? One of the things that I cover with my mentees is, you can have a demo call where it's just purely value-based. Trust me when I say that giving out value is going to do a lot more good than harm. So keep that in mind. With this case, I just gave them a ton of value in that initial call, and I was really honest about where their business was at. And I told them, hey, I think you're better off implementing this, right? Go ahead and implement this, and then in a few months we'll talk. And that honesty and that transparency from myself and my team, I think they really appreciated that. And number two, on this call, I think this was actually our third call. So yeah, technically we had 2 calls initially. So we had this first call where we get to know each other, and this other second call where I added a lot of value and I told them to implement it themselves. This is the third call, and knowing that they were coming to me, right? Knowing that we'd already built up the relationship, I didn't feel like I needed to push for the invoice to be paid on the call, simply because on the call he really couldn't because he was on the go, right? And so if it had been a bit of a different scenario, maybe I would have pushed a bit harder for confirmation on us moving forward, whether it's with a contract, whether it's with an invoice, whether it's scheduling a follow-up call. But with this prospect, since we already built that relationship, since we already have a lot of rapport, since I've cultivated this relationship with my profile funnel over the past few months, I didn't really feel the need to push, so we just agreed to go ahead and do the onboarding on Friday, where we'll cover the payment and the whole ordeal. So that is a client technically not signed, but I can assure you on Friday we'll have the invoice paid. If you're part of my free Facebook mastermind, I'll probably do a little debrief of the deal, and just excited to onboard the third new client this month. So that is that for this first call. And without further ado, let's go right into the next one. To relate the creator to the platform, right? And that's where it becomes powerful, because there's a lot of like social proof and authority built into it. So I do agree with that. That I think long-term partnerships are the way to go when it comes to influencer marketing. All right, that is a wrap on this second call. Very, very cool company. They are in the banking crypto space. I cannot say much about them, but they started in January. They already have 1 million users, which is crazy. And by the end of the year, they're looking to have 10 million users. And something tells me they're probably going to do that because their team is pretty incredible. So what did we talk about? Why did they reach out to me? They've seen me on TikTok, they've seen me on Instagram, they really like my content and my focus on personal finance, entrepreneurship, and they wanted to partner up. So usually I don't do any brand deals. If you guys, you're watching this on YouTube, I rarely, ever, in fact, I haven't even said yes to a brand deal on YouTube. I've done a few brand deals with Shopify, I've done really cool brands on TikTok and Instagram. But for me, right now, the focus is the agency or e-commerce incubator. So how do I structure the deals where brands that I truly believe in come to me? First of all, I try to do it more long term. So I'm not just going to do one TikTok video or 2 TikTok videos. The brands that I say yes to are brands that I truly believe in. So we're going to go for a longer term partnership. So we're talking 3, 6 to even 9 months. Okay? With these guys, I discussed between 3 to 6 months partnership, see how it goes, and then take it from there. So that's that on the term of the deal. In terms of the scope of work, is mainly identifying the marketing message and me creating the marketing assets. So I don't usually do this for the agency. In fact, we focus our main efforts on paid ads, email marketing. But at the same time, the way I see these deals and the way it's worked a lot of the times is when I create the content for these brands and I clearly show them, especially by the sheer number of views and the sheer number of clicks that I get on our partnership on my social media, I show them that I truly understand their messaging and the angles that work with Gen Z, with whatever audience they're targeting. And so typically when they see that, it's pretty easy to graduate them to other services. And that's the way I think about these partnerships. We'll do the partnership, I'll create a bunch of content, right? And then I'll try to graduate them onto paid ads and onto other services that my agency can kill it with. The other really cool thing about these partnerships is that not only does it give us social proof, but also I'm able to connect with really cool founders. So one of the things that I liked about this company is that they told me, Jaime, look, we're trying to create a bunch of buzz around the product. And so if you want me to connect you with the founders, right? And if you want me to set up an interview with the founders, tell me and we'll set that up, right? And so that's one of the things that I really like, that I get to connect with really cool people, that I get to hear about their mission and their vision and what they're trying to do even before they launch the market sometimes. And also the fact that I'm able to speak with these founders, especially, launching the podcast now, which you guys will hear about in the upcoming days. That's really cool, right? Because I can interview them for the podcast and hopefully add a bunch of value to you guys as well. So that is the second call. Without further ado, let's go right into the next one. Going way more heavy on video, especially because Instagram has literally come out and said that, they're not an image sharing platform. So we're gonna move heavier on the video side of things. Third call done with one of my team members, my lead media buyer out in Australia. We discussed a bunch of things regarding a bunch of different clients. But what I like to do is right after our team call, I get straight into working on the things that we discussed. So what I'm going to be putting in deep work now is one, a new content strategy for one of our clients. We've tested a lot of creatives. The campaigns are doing pretty well, but we want to take it to a whole new level. And we understand that content output is king, right? So we're not shooting the content ourselves, but we can take content from their social media. We can repackage it. We can do some editing on it, also for different placements, and really see how we can take the content to a whole new level, and really just give it a complete different angle, right? Because sometimes you have this winning angle, but if you don't try different angles, then you don't really know what works and what doesn't, right? If you only test one simple thing. So that is the first thing that I'm going to do. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to work on some email campaigns, some Klaviyo campaigns for another one of our clients. So I'm going to set up a welcome series, a series of 7 emails. I'm going to try to write all that in around 45 minutes to an hour. We do have a Klaviyo email marketing person, that is Carlos, but he's away. And I also do have fun writing these, and it's a very revenue generating activity. One of the things that I always say and that I preach to my mentees as well is that first, you want to focus on one flagship service. That could be paid ads or direct marketing, but just do one thing. But as you scale, if there's a way that you can add more value to your clients, add more value to you, and it doesn't increase the complexity of your agency, like for example, doing email marketing where you could really do it yourself, you don't have to hire someone else or whatever it is, and it's a revenue-driven activity, then do it, right? And this email flow that I'm about to set,
hopefully, I'm pretty confident that it'll generate 5 figures every single month just by having that in place. Obviously, it'll take a bit of time to optimize and get to that point, but I'm very, very confident that will be the case. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work on those 2 things, very revenue generating activities, and my media buyer is gonna get on optimizing campaigns, scaling the budget on a few campaigns that we want to take to a whole new level. And the final thing he did is he updated me on how our junior media buyer is doing, right? So one of the things that I love about my lead media buyer is that he's very communicative and he takes that leadership role within his own component and his own sphere of the agency. So yeah, he updated me on how he's getting along and how those clients are also going. So that is that for our morning calls. I'm gonna finish up my green tea, and without further ado, let's go right into the next part of the vlog.
So back-to-back calls this morning means that unfortunately I'm having to eat my bowl on my desk, which isn't the most ideal scenario, but what do we got here? We've got oats, oat milk, overnight oats. We've got pumpkin seeds. We've got blueberries. We've got a little bit of banana. We've got maca root in there. We've got a bit of peanut butter, and yeah, we're gonna dig into this, and let's jump on this call. So I've got a call now, a meeting, a very quick meeting before gym. With my new personal brand manager, who's going to be in charge of all the brand deals and all the brands that come to me, like Shopify, Upwork, Uberto, all these apps and really cool brands that come to me to collaborate in videos and all that stuff. I'm pretty picky when it comes to collaborations, but he's really understood my vision and what we're trying to do, and he's a top guy. So I'm calling him up. Yeah, man, just wanted to let you know that I'll be sending you the rates. I'll send you over the structure, and I'll send you over what else?
The products and the brands that you want to work with and the ones that you don't want to work with.
Okay.
So having all that, I think it's something.
This is why he's an A player. But okay, fam, thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon. I appreciate you.
Sure.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Wrapped up another episode of the pod coming soon. We've got the co-host Tony. How was the episode?
Cooking some good stuff. Art of e-commerce looking real good.
Just a bit rusty, right?
Yeah, first one in like 10 days or so. Went through a good amount at the start. Got like almost 20 episodes done.
Yeah.
In the first couple weeks. And
Literally, we were like recording 2 episodes every single day for like 15 days straight. Probably less because we've got like 20 episodes already recorded. But yeah, it's been a learning lesson coming out with a pod, like the whole setup. If that kind of goes on, it means we're live. We're not, so we just left that on. But yeah, it's been a great learning lesson.
been a journey.
I'm generally very, very excited to launch this. I think it's going to be quite valuable. I'm not sure what more than this. I think it's going to be quite valuable. Normally we're going to talk about e-commerce, mainly e-commerce agency, but also the art of growing brands online, and also a bunch about mindset and routines, structures. It's going to be quite different to the typical entrepreneurial podcast, and that might sound cliche, but we do cover this on the first episode. And yeah, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and go to the gym. It's a really nice day outside. We're going to go to the gym and hit a nice workout. So let's get into it. Are you ready for the run to the gym?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
He's on the races. He's on the races. Stop the line. He's caught up. How are you holding up?
I'm gonna beat you,
How are you holding up?
I'm showing you the way.
Yo, real though, these runs to the gym, 10-15 minutes, only get lighter every single day. Like work, baby. You good, bro?
Oh, I can't do this to me. That's doing me dirty. That's doing me real dirty.
What happened, bro? What happened?
Man gets the station, makes it onto the dog. I'm not gonna run.
Run it back. What did he say? He said it was like work.
You said it was like
Clip
work.
it.
I'm still
Clip it. We got the team. Product manager Tony. How's the food?
fire.
We're missing Carlos, the CTO. But yeah,
yeah, we're gonna dig in. Well, we've dug into a lot of shit already. We're gonna dig into this mac roll. This place is honestly amazing. Oops, it's nice. We're gonna dig into this mac roll and yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm making him do this. I'm forcing him. But we just wrapped up our first session. Javi is my new vocal coach. Well, I've actually never had a vocal coach, but yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It was a very, very interesting 45 minutes. Very, very intense as well. I never thought it would be this intense. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I definitely have to improve my diction and a bunch of other cool stuff. So thank you, Javi. Appreciate you. Very last minute thing, I decided to take a train to Barcelona to surprise my sweet girlfriend who's out there alone, probably missing me. But no, I'm gonna take a train to Barcelona. It leaves around 7 p.m. So I do have a call at 6 p.m. I'm gonna take that for around 30 minutes and then I'm gonna have Tony jump on, halfway through so that he can take it from there. But I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna run to the train, catch this train and surprise Augusta. Okay, so finally arrived. Is around midnight or so, like 11:30. Very intense day, but were you surprised?
Very surprised.
We surprised her. Mission accomplished. One day done. We keep chipping away at it. If you've enjoyed the vlog, go ahead and smash the like button if you haven't already and subscribe for more episodes coming your way. Also a lot of new launches coming your way as well. The pod, the ecom brand and a bunch of other cool stuff. So stay tuned for that and yeah, without further ado, I'll see you in the next episode. Keep chipping away at it and peace.